soro no yewana wasure nana. Erire Biafra mana o. Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Obamomo. The spirit of Biafra is upon me. That is why I am offering this song to our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa in Urobo dialect and Isoko. Lucky star is sinking, I'm sinking, Udogu, Biafra. Amorotomo, Agbada Bururu. Amorotomo, Agbada Bururu. Excellency Simon Ekpa. Nieruwe yo, Bitrowe Salo. With the same the freedom you brought to do well for us. Urobisoko with the same no. Amorotomo Agbada Bururu. Dear Simon Joko, you have done so much for us. I am shedding tears of joy. Your tide cannot be seen easily. I search around the whole world, the greatest freedom fighter. We, the Robo and Isuku, we appreciate you awesome. Worry sister, say you are so good, you are so wonderful. Clara Dimu say you are so good. Oh, Amorutamo Agbada. Helen Peter say you are so good. That is the truth. Patricia Robo say you are so good. Amorutamo Agbada. Urobisoko with the sedo. What a wonderful man. The good guy. It's only the fool that we hate him. And I know those who are sitting at the fence in this Biafra struggle, they will not learn. Maybe they will learn in the grave. Urobisoko with the sendo. The freedom you brought to do well for us. Worry sister say you are so good. Urobisoko with the sendo. Clara Dim say you are so good. Anna Wabada Guru. Amorotomo Agbada Guru. Amorotomo Agbada Guru. Urobisoko with the sendo. Urobisoko with throw a salute. Even lucky star, it is a do. You do well, it is a do. Bricky star, you do well, we salute you, we throw a salute. Patricia Urobo say you are so good, you are so good. Amorotomo Agbada Guru. I am in tears of joy, for your good work cannot be quantified. Oh, Amorotomo agbada gburu. Ewo, isuko ise.
I want those of you who are hardcore, those who were chosen before you were born. There were some people who were chosen before they were born to agitate for Biafra restoration. This is a message for you. Those who from their mother's womb were born. You do this very well. You must be very, very strong.
When the Boroku, Nijimwero Mekumu Biafra. When the Siputa, Makamwero Mekanyinaga. Biko Kulien, Ogeruo. Biko Kulien, Iye Jamalike, Ogeruo.
Oh, when the Boroku, Makamwero Wangi. Oh, when the Buruchekwa, Makamwero Wewu Biafra. Biko Kulien, Ogeruo. Biko Kulien, Iye Jamalike, Ogeruo. The spirit of Biafra, Biko Kulien, Ogeruo. When the Biafra Gideon, Biko Kulien, Ogeruo. Ohamadike no na donjon, Mukebweki Eremeyae. Podike, Mosike Rura Jobalike. Biko Kulien, Ogeruo. Biko Kulien, Iye Jamalike, Ogeruo.
The Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in SI, Master Simon M. It wants to smooth to sleep Gabaniru Naibuda. Nobody has done from my Yabudo. Or Guinea. Master Simon Epa, Emesu Wokwere, Onyendu. Iye Jamalike, Imapa Simon Epa Wukie. Iye Jamalike, Simon Epa Watakatabo. Ojuda Kwenyi, Mwiwe Onyendu Kine Tata. I will follow you, I will follow you, I will follow you, never look back. I will follow you, Prime Minister Veronin, and you got one who got I will follow you, and I will follow you, I will follow you, The question is this: if Nigerian government failed to organize referendum for children of Biafra, are you ready to lead us to do anything in order to get freedom for Biafra? And I'm going to be number one to follow you. If you are looking for 100 men, you will find 50 in me. Okwe Bucharangui, Master Simon Epa, or Guinea.
Master Simon Epa, Biko, Kisiki, Kaka, Nogu, Atakata, Kaina, Ojuda, Uwe, Bolonyendu, Kine, Melata.
I am 50 men, oh yes, and it's a cross. I will follow you, I will follow you, I will follow you, never look back. I will follow you, Prime Minister Veronin, and you got one who got I will follow you, and I will follow you, I will follow you. Ohamadike Biafra, Dahi Boroka Biarole. Iye Jamalike, Biafra Republic Government Awukie. Iye Jamalike, Commander General Lekweshiri. General Buduso, Suna Atakata. Commander
Ghost, okonye ndu kpọrọ bunu na satata. Biko kulie nuo, oge ruo. Biko kulie, ihe jama ike oge ruo. Biko kulie nuo, ihe jama ike oge ruo. Maka Biafra, wero putara anyị onye ndu ihe Simon Eba Obatobie.
Witness me, I want to remain in the spirit because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have sealed, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, oh Lord of hosts, to have mercy on us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word, which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoto. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said,
Founder of the Boko Haram, who is the current vice president of Nigeria, meeting with my president, which I know very well personally, Alexander Stubb. One thing everybody should know is that we are country of rule of law. The president of Finland is not there at the United Nations to discuss Simon Ekpa, so he will not give that attention to them. That's number one. And because Nigeria is a very stupid country, ruled by foolish people, ruled by criminals,
They don't know what is called rule of law. They don't understand where their boundary ends as leaders, as they address themselves. So they may go there and with the motive of telling President Stubb that, oh, what are you going to do to that Samanekpa? You know? So, of course, Stubb will never ever respond and answer them. That is, just take it from me. So what they did was to come and say they are soliciting for Finland support. Is it Finland that is the only country that came to the United Nations that they have singled out Finland to give Finland support? You know, I look at them and I laugh. What about their godfather, United Kingdom? What about the other countries? What about the other brothers that are fighting against Israel? They have not approached them. The man is going to France every second week, and he's very good with the French president. Why did they not mention France? Why, on all the countries in this world, these criminals and terrorists did not see any country worthy? They are telling you, they just want to use it to do media propaganda in Nigeria, nothing else. You know, they will say, let us go there and take pictures with stuff, and then we use it to do propaganda so that they will know whether Simon Ekpa will run away. I live here for many years. I have known Stop for many, many years. You know, so it's not about even knowing Stop, Mr. President, but it's about following the rule of law. I have not done anything wrong. What I'm doing is right, and I will stand my ground anywhere, any day to defend whatever I'm doing today for the freedom of my people.
Welcome, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom across the world. I welcome every one of you wherever you are watching me from. If you are watching me from TikTok, you're watching from Facebook, or you're watching from YouTube, which is where I'm hosting this program, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greetings according to your time zone. If you have not yet subscribed to this very channel, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe, like, and share to everyone. Be part of this radical evangelism so that we can get this message across the whole world. My fellow Biafrans, is another day. For those who are going to come across this video for the very first time and those who are joining us on this platform for the very first time, I want you to know that this platform where you are watching this program is a platform that is under the Biafran government. A platform under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and the Supreme Command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In this very platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We do not come here to preach hate. We do not come here to attack people, to attack any race or any religion. What we do in this platform is to bring information to the Biafran people, encourage Biafran people to continue to stand on their legitimate right of self-determination. What we do in this platform is to debunk every lie against the Biafran people, against our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, against our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What we do in this platform is to encourage Biafrans to continue to hold onto those rights which the international community has permitted them to hold. The right given by Chukwu Okike Abiam, right to self-determination, right to self-defense, and right to life. These are rights that must not be gambled with. These are rights that nobody can talk you out of. These are rights that we own, and we must hold it and hold it very strong. In this platform, we expose the evil of the Zoological Republic. We expose the war that are waging against Biafrans in Biafran territory, the way they create insecurity in Biafran land just to give a dog a bad name to destroy it. That is why we come online on a daily basis to speak and tell the world what is going on in Biafran area. Most times we have advised that any international journalist or private journalist or investigative journalist, whatever you may call it, if you can, go down to Biafran land and see things for yourself and report exactly what you see. Biafran land is under siege. And we cannot fold our hands and pretend it is not happening. That is why the Biafran government, under the Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa, will not stop. It doesn't matter what anybody says. It doesn't matter the propaganda, the blackmail. It doesn't matter the attack. We will not stop until Biafra is restored fully. Remember, our program is always an interactive program, and we have come once again this morning to interact. Join us on the platform and ask your questions. The whole world is watching. Members of the cabinet watching. Our Prime Minister is observing. Whatever question you pose, it will be answered accordingly. All we ask is that before you join us on this platform, appear in a decent manner. The world is watching us. Keep your questions in a civil manner. Whatever argument you have, whatever question you have, whatever contribution you have, whatever prayer you have to say, do it in a civil manner so that you can be able to get across to others to digest what you are saying. I welcome every one of you once again. Today, I have chosen a topic which says, the happening now. Finally, the long-awaited answer as Biafra Restoration Declaration draw nearer. The long-awaited declaration of Biafra has come close, close, and close. We have some few days, just few days to go. Today is 20th. Just few days to go. And while we are drawing closer and nearer to our freedom, every one of us should have in mind that the enemy will not stop fighting. They are going to fight the last drop of their blood. Whatever you are seeing now is the fight of the dying horse. And I bet you, Chukwu Okike Abiyama that assigned us for this job is equal to the task, and he will bring it to an end. As we proceed on this message today, I want you to pay attention closely. If you are genuinely a Biafra and you are sincerely seeking for Biafra, this is the time for you to prove whom you are. We have had so many propaganda, so many speculations, so many lies going right, left, and center, but we are not moved. And I can understand my fellow Biafrans who are worried that they have not heard from the Prime Minister for some time. There is need to worry because this is somebody who talks to you every day. But in the actual sense, if not for the situation of things, you are not supposed to be hearing from him on a daily basis. If not that we are in a very critical time, you are not supposed to be hearing from him. But because he made himself available, whenever you don't see him, you get worried. It is normal. But I want to assure you once more that everything is well. The Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Indonesia, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra is on a national assignment. As soon as his assignment is completed, Biafrans are going to see him. He's going to come on a national broadcast very soon. It's going to happen. Everything we are seeing today is in preparation for what is going to happen ahead. It's a training for us to be able to know how to stand. It's a training to observe and know how we are going to respond to issues. And I thank Chukwu Okike Abiyama, there are so many intelligent Biafrans and they are responding accordingly. The enemy we are fighting is not a small one. So we have to undergo series of training. We have to undergo different levels of training. Our mental capacity, our mental toughness have to be tested on different angles. That is the time we are. We are counting days. As for the declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra, it is going to happen. The Chief of Staff of the Prime Minister have issued a statement, and you should be satisfied with her statement. I want you to know that we are under a government. This is not an organization. We are operating under a government, and the government have the rules and regulations and way things are done. Whatever worries that you have, if there are any problem or trouble, the COS is going to communicate to the Biafran people, and we are going to hear it. Do not get distracted. This is part of the training we have to undergo to prepare us for what is coming ahead. Some of us don't know how serious it is to pursue to have a nation, more especially from a black country, African country. You don't know what you have to go through for you to establish a country in Africa, more especially breaking away from a fellow African country. It is not a child's play, and you must prepare yourself and undergo different trainings. And that is why we are passing from one state to the other. And you remember our Prime Minister when he arrives. It is going to happen once again very soon. You have no reason to worry. We should focus our mind on preparation for the declaration of independence of Biafra. The convention is going to commence 29th of this month. And there are very important things that have to be done. There are major processes that have to pass. There are some private and personal things the Prime Minister has to do for you and I. The enemy we are fighting is not just physical, it's also spiritual. The enemy we are fighting is not one. There are many, home and abroad. And everything must be put in place to avoid any distraction. From 29th of this month up until 3rd, the zoo is working hard to do their best. The fight of the dying horse. They are fighting their last battle. That is why every one of us has to be prepared. That is why the Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Nigeria, has gone on a national assignment to prepare for what is coming ahead. You have no reason to worry. If there are issues, the Chief of Staff of the Prime Minister is going to communicate with us. There is nothing. You should be concerned about the preparation for the restoration of independence of Biafra. That should be the concern of every Biafran. Because the whole world is waiting for that moment. 2nd of December is a very important date on the planet Earth. All eyes on 2nd of December. All eyes on 2nd of December. And we must make sure it is a success. Everything that is going to stand on its way must be removed. Every Biafran, we must tighten our belt. The Convention of Finland, Lati, will not only be attended by Biafrans. That convention will be attended by important personalities. Very important personalities, and for those personalities to be there, Homeworks need to be done. Wherever you are as a Biafran, you must understand that we are fighting a very huge enemy. We are fighting a very huge battle, and it is a battle that we must win. It is a must. It's not maybe. It's a battle we must win. And every indices of this battle shows that we are going to win. Don't allow anything to distract you. Do not give yourself heartache unnecessarily. No. Remember the word of Mazen Nandekano. Consistency is the key. Remain consistent and focused. Focus on the rising sun. Put your eyes on the rising sun. It must rise. Nothing is going to block it. They might try to delay us. They might try to distract us. They might push their propaganda and their blackmails. But I bet you, at the end of the day, the truth will win. As I said before, whatever you are seeing today is in preparation for what is coming ahead. To have a nation, a black nation created from another black African country, is not easy. It's not a child's play. It's not a child's play. You need to fight the devil to make it happen. You need to fight the devil himself to make it happen. And that is what is going on today. And we don't get into that battle with empty hands. You must prepare for the battle. Prepare yourself for the battle. As the Prime Minister, as Simon requires a national assignment, doing his part, what are you doing on your own? Don't be lazy. Get busy. Get busy. Get your hand dirty on something. And make sure you are making a contribution. The challenge ahead of us is a challenge that we must face. It's something we should expect. But I can't that the Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Zama, have prepared us on time, just like we were preparing during the time of sit at home. These were all preparation. And so many other things need to be done, because after the 2nd of December, it will not be the same thing anymore. And the zoo knows that. After 2nd of December, it will not be the same ball game. It will be a different ball game. They know it. They understand it. And we understand it better than they do. That is why we have to equip ourselves with every arsenal. Every one of us have to prepare individually and collectively for what is coming ahead. Your concern today should be the support that the Biafran government needs. The support to host this very convention in Lati. It requires a lot. It requires a lot. And I must tell you, Biafrans have shown really that they are ready to go home. Biafrans have proven to the whole world that they are ready to go home. And there is no reason for anyone to be scared or be afraid. We must continue to focus. Don't get distracted. Don't allow anybody to bully you. Do not allow anybody to push you to the direction that you tend to go. Don't allow that. Be focused. That's all you got to do. There is nothing we will see that we haven't seen before, and there's nothing we hear that we haven't heard before. But in the era of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra, it is a different ball game. We are undergoing training upon training. so that nothing will happen to us by sudden. We cannot say, oh, we didn't know. We cannot be like those who fall out. Wherever you are as a Biafran, you must tighten up your belts. Nothing is going to stop our freedom. Nothing. We are going to be free. And 29th of November to 2nd of December is sealed and signed. They know what is coming. But I bet you the enemy are not going to be silent. They are going to fight. But at the end, they are going to win. I welcome you, my beloved brother Chino. So thank you for joining me on the program.
Good morning, Maz Shoes.
You're welcome, my beloved brother.
I greet you from my location.
Thank you, my brother.
And I also greet all the Biafrans, those who are standing on the right side of what we are doing. Because this is the hard time of what we are doing. This is the time that our leaders said we should don't rely on our muscle to carry the load we have, but we need to rely on our mental toughness. The time of the mental toughness is here because a lot of things are coming out, a lot of things are going in, and a lot of things are falling apart. But it's only those who focus like Lot, not the wife of Lot. Only those who focus like Lot will understand where we are, and they are not looking back. That is number one. Biafra government in exile is among them. Mazi Shoes is among those that are probably looking forward, not look at back, because where we are for now, all these gullibles that come on social media talking and finding they don't fight, they are fighting Simon, Biafra government in exile, football team, fundraising. So at a time like this, you need to ask yourself, am I still standing firm on the right side of life?
Yes.
If you ask yourself such a question, you ask yourself, what am I thinking in a day? What am I watching in a day? What am I listening in a day? When you ask yourself these three questions, and they come back and research your mind back, you find an answer by yourself without even Mother Shoes coming on air. You can stand on the truth and do the needful.
Absolutely.
So I want to appreciate our people in one thing. Our PM just go down since yesterday, no post. Every platform, what is our PM? What is our PM? What is this? See, it's only when you are in spiritual you understand what is going on now. Are there fugo? And are there so jail every record of my area so jail, Maria Kumba here, Makima Pambosi, very good. So at a time like this, PM need to go and prepare. Now he's cooking the last meal he wants to serve Biafra government, starting from 29 till we restore Biafra finally. That is what he's doing now. He's doing preparation. He's getting himself fit. He's having a national assignment to get it done, that everything will be easy for me and you in future. That is why you might, from now to the next 5 days, 4 days, 1 week, you will not see PM. Focused. Ask yourself, where we are for now. If you hear that PM said, okay, I don't want to do Biafra struggle again, what is your feet? Can you carry on? Can you move on?
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand where I'm going? This is the area we need to focus on it right now and ask yourself, with the things that he has laid down for us, where we can grab our hand. If anything come to worst, my father said, nothing is happening for PM. Nothing is going on. But take his silence. It's a time for you to ask yourself. Don't give yourself BP. If you give yourself BP, you have a small faith. But if you can stand without PM posting or talking for 1 week, you can stand if anything happens, go front. It's all about mental toughness. I want people to have this thing at back of their mind. Now, on my own, I'm coming from another view from the program or what I watched yesterday. A popular person in Nigeria is now calling for nationwide sit at home. Have you watched it? Femi Falana, go to his post. He's calling because Nigeria government has used tax and
Femi Falana, it was Dele that was calling for it before. Dele Farotibi was calling before.
Sorry, it's Dele, not Femi Falana, it's Dele. It's Dele. Okay. So now they are calling, what are they calling for? That thing that we are doing, the gullible swan said that it's no good. Is what Dele is calling now. That's because they know that when I said my father, when they are protesting, they sing this song, solidarity forever, we shall always fight for our rights. My father has sing solidarity forever at his age. I see at my age, I am singing solidarity forever. We shall always fight for our right, and we are not fighting. So for anybody who is singing solidarity, need to change that particular song because it's too old and it's not helping us at all.
At all.
And in Nigeria now, they said if you come out to protest, 10 million fine or life imprisonment, because they want to use law and bend you down for you will not have a say in your life. Why that they say that the country where you are is a democracy? That is why I said Nigeria has never experienced democracy in the entire Nigeria zoo. What we are seeing is autocracy, is what we are seeing. Oshishi, onye push egbuo, onye push emeghe ya dem. Or let's be clear. So our people need to understand if a person, former governor of Benue State, called for sit at home, and what happened? They poisoned him and killed him. Dele has called for sit at home. I write on his comment, I said, wash your back. Be mindful of what you eat and what you drink, because you are calling for your end though.
Not former governor, Obudaya Melafia.
Yes, Obudaya Malafia. Yes, Obudaya Malafia called for sit at home. They poisoned him and killed him. So I wrote some comment. I said, Dele, wash your back. Be mindful of what you eat and what you drink, because they will come for you. Because you are in Nigeria and calling for sit at home. Now, the sit at home they said that we used to spoil Southeast is what they're calling for all Nigerians to go in for sit at home, for them to get what they want. The question is that they are learning from us. That thing they said is no good is what we are coming back to encourage people because of have seen that your country is not working. And because of it's not working, that is why we need to exit Nigeria. And that is why we are doing all the things we are doing to exit Nigeria, because we will be in a country where you cannot open your mouth and say A. If you say A, if that A is against somebody who is in authority, they will grab you and put you in prison and you'll be behind bars. Our people need to understand that the most important thing where we are now is that to support the fundraising for Biafra Liberation Army. See, I don't have time now to argue who is forcing sit at home or who is not forcing sit at home. No, we have passed that level. Our people, if you are a Biafran, you have to sit at home. If you're not a Biafran, whatever you see on the road, the same people will kill you. Because, I want to say this for the first time. When I was in Nigeria leading my group, you know what we do? On Sunday, they give us money. We come out to road and start chasing people while we are working for the government of Anambra State. I asked somebody, have you seen Biafra Liberation Army on Monday and carrying gun, on the road? I asked somebody, Which armor tanker are we seeing on the road on Mondays? Is it not Nigeria armor tanker that we're seeing on Mondays? Then how could you be, after seeing all these things, because of they have paid you, according to what Obasanjo said, or the former people who fight us said that if they know that some Igbos like money too much, that they will give them money for them to go and kill themselves. And you know that when Obasanjo introduced that thing, they quickly grab it and start sponsoring our people, start paying them. If they called you, you don't want to come and work with them, next thing is to take you out of the line. Do you know that's how the armies are forced to sit at home? If you eventually see any big checking point, like the one in Ehiala, in Abbott Boys, every Monday, start from 12 a.m. Do you know what you see? From 1 a.m., do you know what you see? If any motor is going down to Imo State, the army, they will use them block the road. You will stay there till 5 evening time on Monday evening. Now, if I ask you, is it Biafra Liberation that blocked this road? Somebody who blocked road for you, is it not the one who is forcing it at home for you?
Of course.
He is the one, because he did not allow you to pass. The road will block from Ihiala down to Okija. The road will block. No movement. The drivers will be eating on the road. They will sleep from that Sunday midnight to Monday 4 o'clock. The drivers come down from their car and sleep on the road. And you can open your mouth and said that we are forcing sit at home. I said that when I was working as a commander, we patrol every Monday. And if you said you are not, when we are patrolling, if someone will see us, he will run. Is it not true? When somebody sees somebody who carries a more tanker, who carry healers and carry gun and become in a group, next thing we do, you will stick to your heel to run. So for me, if you are asking me, for sit at home, Nigeria government has helped us to maintain sit at home by blocking road, by patrolling on Mondays, because their patrolling is making people to be afraid, to be scared, because they did not trust you. They have arrested people that is going on their own on Monday on the road with their machine and throw them inside prison and say they are ESN, then they are this, they are that. And you look at all these things. It's only when you are inside Nigeria that you understand what is happening. I am saying it because of my life today. Yeah. In this country where I am, I have I know why I keep the zoo ID card. I know why. Because if I'm talking to you on program, you don't listen, I will bring it as I show you. Look at me here. Look at me on uniform. So you know who is talking. I run away because I refuse to join to work. When I refuse, when they have set a trap for them to kill themselves, I have to flee. If you refuse to serve them the word you want, your life is gone. So I want them to understand that we are doing the needful and we are doing the right thing. Sit at home has been a day that even if we restore Biafra, Monday should be our day of worship. It's going to be sacrosanct for us. Monday. Because the question is, the Muslims has Friday, the Sabbatarians has Saturday. Did anybody fight Fulanis for closing their market on Friday to go to mosque, to go and worship, or enter their house? On Friday, are they working? They are not working. Saturdays, the Sabbatarians are not working. Nobody is fighting them. Sundays, the 419 people in Nigeria, Christian, the bishops and the popes, that the pastors, they are making their money, use that day for their business day. And we said Monday is our day, and we are questioning us on it. Now in Nigeria, you don't protest any longer, because if you eventually come out to protest, what will happen? They will shoot you, they will arrest you, they will take you to their injustice courts and keep you there. Once they keep you there, You are not coming to court any longer. Do you know there is those that have arrested since
Oh, network issue. I think our brother is having a network obstruction. It's a network problem. Let's have patience for him to recover back and continue on his line of thought. And what he's saying is actually the truth and nothing but the truth. And every one of us must be focused, consistent in what we are doing, and do not get distracted. The Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Nigeria, is on a national assignment, preparing for the days ahead. We are going to have a very serious program starting from the 29th up until the 2nd of December. That program is not a child's play. A lot of things are going to happen in that very program. It is a very important activity. The whole world are focused on that very day. All eyes on the 2nd of December. Every eyes is on that day. And it is not something you just walk out and come out and you begin to engage in it without making the necessary preparations on the ground. So every necessary preparation that has to be made is now in progress, being made by our Prime Minister, So don't get worried. The Biafran government remains in charge of every situation. Our COS have spoken, our COS have given an update, and I bet you in a very short while, once our Prime Minister is done with national assignment, he's going to speak to us, and every one of us will see him. Don't allow anybody to distract you. You should concentrate and focus on the restoration of independence in Biafra, which is where we are headed. Focus on that. Every strategies and plan have been put in place. Nothing, nobody can shake it. It is a pillar that is built on a very solid rock. And that was why before I started this program, I played a message of our Prime Minister to strengthen you and let you know that our Prime Minister is safe and sound wherever he is. He is on national assignment. There is nothing any human being can do anywhere to stop him. You can't. Not because he's so strong or not because Chukwu Okike gave him that assignment and he's doing what he has to do diligently. He's doing what he has to do diligently, and you must not allow anything anywhere to distract you. We must be focused. Don't allow anything to distract you. Let's get focused until we get to our destination. You're welcome, my beloved sister Chichi. Thank you so much for joining. You're welcome.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Chi. Thank you for joining.
Thank you, sir. Good morning,
Good morning. Kindly raise your voice a little bit. We can hear you. Your voice is very low.
Okay. Good morning, lovers of freedom. Is it good now?
Yeah, it's better now. Go ahead.
Okay. Good morning, Brother Chus.
You're welcome, my sister.
Good morning, lovers of freedom. Good morning, Biafrans. Good morning, friends of Biafra. I want to use this medium to pray for my leader, the Jesus of my generation, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Wherever you are, I pray that the grace of God will continue to keep you, protect you in the hands of your enemy. You will live to see the freedom of your people. I pray for the gallant men on ground protecting our ancestral land, that they shall be protected. They will go out. The enemy will not see them. They shall be victorious. I pray for Mazi Simon Ekpa, our Prime Minister, wherever you are on the national assignment, that every door shall open for our favor, for the favor of Biafra. I pray for the cabinet for more wisdom, more grace to lead us to this promised land, which we have been hearing for so many decades. May the spirit of our ancestors be upon all of you. Yes, my wonderful people of Biafra, I want to use this medium to encourage our people people to remain because our long awaiting freedom is here. Nothing the enemy can do because it is our God-given right to be free.
Yes.
And live as a free people the way God created us before the Britain stepped their dirty feet in our land. It is our God-given right to live as a free people and govern ourselves the way we should, not to be governed under the infidel, people that don't know God, people that all their mindset is to project Islam in our land, which is not our way of life, which is not our culture. So I encourage every one of us to focus. Don't be distracted. Mostly our people at home. Don't be distracted. Remain focused because this is our time. This is our time. For this freedom we have been fighting for so many years, it is our time to get it. And I come out, I like that according to UN Charter, any country who has gone to war before and surrender after 30 years, that country have the right to stand as a separate nation. So I wonder why Biafra case is so difficult. I will just at times when I wake up in the midnight, I begin to imagine the sufferings of our people, what our people has gone through under this zoological republic. I cry every day, but I believe it is time for that tears to be wiped away. And Master Simon Ekpa, Biafran Liberation Army, BRIG, they are here to wipe away our tears and give us that joy that we have been lacking for so many years. So, my people, we should focus because it is our time to celebrate our freedom. It is our time to govern ourselves the way we should. Don't be distracted. Don't allow propaganda and fake news to shift you away from the right path.
Yes.
Master Simon Ekpa is the right path. I've been following him since 2019. I followed him 6 months. I began to follow our leader. Since I began to follow Master Simon Ekpa, I've not seen him gone in the right path. He has maintained that path of our leader. So I wonder why most of our people are fighting against it instead of them to join together so that we get this our dream nation, which is Biafra. I begin to ask myself, this so-called GOL, is their own Biafra different? The Biafra they are fighting for almost 15 years, is it different from what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting? Is it different from what Simon Ekpa is fighting? I don't understand what is their own problem. But I know 2 weeks before our leader was kidnapped, he said, so many of you will be brought over. They will promise you this and that, but you cannot stop this movement. I have seen why he made that comment. And most people don't understand why he made that comment. This is why he made the comment. Thank God for our Prime Minister that stand up so that the fight of our leader will not go in vain. Our people that have been killed for so many years will not go in vain. It is Biafra restoration that will give them to rest in peace. So my people, I want us to be focused. If you have your money, please support. I owe you loan here. Please support. We are fighting this for ourselves and our future children. We cannot afford to leave our children, our innocent children, in the hands of Nigeria. If not, they will suffer more than us. They will be killed more than us. Please, everybody should join hands. Join hands because it is our right to be free. I want my land to be like Germany. I want my land to be even more than America. We have what it takes to build our land more than America. Have what it takes to give our age parents good life they need. Our people, our youth, when they after school, they will come back, they will come out and read that thing that they did in university. They will have a space to participate. Not after going to university, they begin to write keke. After going to university, begin to sell pure water. After going to university, begin to carry wheelbarrow. No, it's not what we want. Biafra will give our people a neighboring environment to strive. to strive. So, my people, stand firm. Stand firm. Focus. Let our eyes be on the rising sun. Don't be distracted. Our freedom is here. Thank you, everyone. I use this medium to advise our people here hearing me. If any of your Bago security want him to resign, is carrying gun is not permitted in Biafra land. Only Biafra Liberation Army is permitted to carry AK in Biafra land.
Absolutely.
If your friend in Ebubago is in any security under Nigeria, please advise them to resign because their life also matters to us. Ask them to resign. Ask them to resign so that we don't use them for propaganda. Thank you and God bless us.
Thank you so much, my beloved sister Chichi. I appreciate you for that wonderful speech. And Biafrans appreciate you as well. We are really inspired by your message and your prayers. And that is the spirit of a Biafran. That is what we expect from every one of us as Biafrans, to be focused. Get on your knees and continue to pray for those who are leading us into this struggle. Pray for the Liberation Army who are in the face of the whole struggle. People who are putting their own life on the line to keep you safe. That is what we should be doing. Don't get distracted. Don't be too emotional and get distracted. Be focused on the real thing. That is what you should do. Eyes on the ball. Eyes on the rising sun. Eyes on the rising sun. 247. There is nothing changing. Consistency is the key. All we need to do is to focus on the rising sun. We are already there. Just some few days to go. This is the time, just like my brother said, that your mental toughness will be tested. Your mental toughness is being tested. Some of us, it is now you know those who are very weak. In the actual sense of it, you are not supposed to be seeing our Prime Minister every blessed day. If not for the way things are, to wake you up, to encourage you, because there are a lot of us that are weak. In the actual sense of it, you don't be seeing him. We have the COS. The COS is there to give you information you need to hear. And she has already delivered the information. She gave a press statement. But yet, Biafrans, maybe because of the love we have for our Prime Minister, I do understand that so many of us have become so addicted to him that when we don't see him a second, we get worried. But I assure you that nothing is wrong. If there is something wrong, the COS is going to alert us and we will get information. But as it stands today, our eyes is focused and preparation is going on for the restoration of independence of Biafra. Our Prime Minister is on national assignment preparing for the convention that is coming. It is not only for Biafrans. Many important personalities are coming. For you to secure those people, for it to be effective, for those people to arrive safely, so many underground works has to be done. Sometimes some of you don't even pity that man, the Prime Minister, who is having sleepless nights. Sometimes you see him talking from morning 24/7. He's always giving messages. And you still want him to remain in that exhausted mood to enter into this very important program. Of course not. He cannot be that exhausted. He needs to relax himself, do these things he has to do, and also relax himself. It is all on national, for your own benefit, for my own benefit. Everything that is happening today is for our own good. Don't overstretch it. All we have to do is to go down on our knees, pray for our Supreme Leader Mazin Nandekano, pray for our Prime Minister Mazin Samuel, pray for the Liberation Army. Those of us are putting our faces on the line. Pray for every one of us and pray for yourself also. Tighten your belt, make your belt more tighter. There is no going back. It's just some few. That's more than instigate on the. But remember, this is one of the greatest training you must undergo before we get into the next stage. Mental toughness will be tested. And this is the time to know those who are really prepared for this freedom we are talking about. It is not enough to shout, I want to be free, I want to be free. And I played a video at the beginning of this message, which I'm going to play again before my brother Chinonso will now finish his contribution. Let me play this video. Let us listen to what our Prime Minister said here last time when they were pushing some propaganda. Let's hear our Prime Minister what he said.
Founder of the Boko Haram, who is the current vice president of Nigeria meeting with my president, which I know very well personally, Alexander Stubb. One thing everybody should know is that we are a country of rule of law. The president of Finland is not there at the United Nations to discuss Simon Ekpa, so he will not give that attention to them. That's number one. And because Nigeria is a very stupid country, ruled by foolish people, ruled by criminals, they don't know what is called rule of law. They don't understand where their boundary ends as leaders, as they address themselves. So they may go there and with the motive of telling President Stubb that, oh, what are you going to do to that Simon Ekpa? You know? So, of course, Stubb will never ever respond and answer them. That is, just take it from me. So what they did was to come and say they are soliciting for Finland support. Is it Finland that is the only country that came to the United Nations that they have singled out Finland to give Finland support? You know, I look at them and I laugh. What about their godfather, United Kingdom? What about other countries? What about the other brothers that are fighting against Israel? They have not approached them. The man is going to France every second week, and he's very good with the French president. Why did they not mention France? Why on all the countries in this world, these criminals and terrorists did not see any country worthy? They are telling you, they just want to use it to do media propaganda in Nigeria, nothing else. You know, they will say, let us go there and take pictures with Stubb, and then we use it to do propaganda so that they will know whether Simon Ekpa will run away. I live here for many years. I have known Stubb for many, many years. You know, so it's not about even knowing Stubb, Mr. President, but it's about following the rule of law. I have not done anything wrong. What I'm doing is right, and I will stand my ground anywhere, any day to defend whatever I'm doing today for the freedom of my people.
Go ahead, my brother Chinoso.
Yes, so you know, well, anytime I play this particular video you played, whatever, I don't know, whatever this particular video is played, I always smile. I don't know why, because that confidence, when you're listening to truth, you have to be happy. Whenever you listen to the truth, you must be happy. Nigeria don't know the rules of engagement. They don't know where their boundary is and when there is no boundary. Because of you see him sitting with the president of Finland, hey, yes, they are going to protect him. That is what gives the gullibles IPU, the political pressure of Nigeria group. That is what gives them morale. He will soon be arrested. You know they were cooking for him. Cooking for what his offense? That he's fighting for his people. I don't know whether sometimes when I sit down and look at these people, ask myself, in that country where they are, have they go in and read how that country set themselves free? Have they asked, how did this country get their freedom? You can't get freedom from anywhere without blood going down. Everybody is running to America today. America fights before they can be able to free themselves. Germany, they do their own. Is it France? Name that war that they did not fight before they freed themselves. You know that when is the only country I say that they are very really liberal people. They're not UK. They never fight any war to free themselves from it. Their own, they'll just put it on pen and getting it. But they want other people to suffer, go through pangs and sorrow before they will get their own freedom. So we need to understand our PM, the stage where we are, PM are not supposed to be coming out every day. No. You need to take in some rest, have time to attend to important issues. And I am happy because why? Do you know why I'm happy? That she doesn't have time for all these gullibles. Even sometimes he even help them share their program so the thing can go viral. The mess they are messing themselves up. They didn't.
Yes.
And one nigga na-agba egwu oke ikuku na ifere a na-eme gị nwanne gị na-agba egwu ụmụ mgbe m lekọta ihe ndị a na-eme ifere a na-eme m nsị ndị a ka mma na-akwụ kemgbe 2015 wee na-eme protest na-eme ihe gbasara Biafra ndị a bụ ndị ọbụ na-enye m encourage mgbe anyị apụta na-agbagharị. I know what happened in Mkpọ. I know what happened in Ekwulọbịa. I know what happened in Ebonyi. All the states I got, I'm high from Nimia. Well, your own dear, one day I never do who are then. But the issue, yes, so has na ọtụtụ igbe mmadụ ka a kpọrọ ma ole na ole ka a ghọtara ahọrọgo ndị ji wetara anyị Biafra, and there are people in Biafra government in exile and those are in the de facto government in the whole land. That means na separate go chaff from wheat, so you can already know those who are chaff and those who are the wheat. When our leader said that na a ga-enye gị ụlọ, kwe gị nkwa, binye gị ego, enwe ndị a na-agwa na ya na mgbe ụwa dị na mma ka Judas sabotage Jesus Christ ọ rụzie kịta ụwa gwụrụ agwụ, everything gara aga. Many sabotage are here and they have already proved themselves. But ihe m na-ajụ bụ ọkwa ndị be anyị si na ọ na-eme alụsha n'ama eburu n'aba n'obi, ndị a ha ga-abatakwa obi, ha ga-abatakwa. Kedu ụwa ga-eji were ya? Well, I am happy that you are free to say this is country I want to nationalize, so you can go there and nationalize. So maybe they have nationalized in the zoo already without knowing, and that is where they belong. So they will be there and see what they wanted, and nobody will hear their cry. So I want our people to understand that at this point where we are, focus. Do not lay your attention to divide. Anytime you start having double mind, the Satan has come inside you. And it has come to tear you apart and destroy you. Never you have double mind. Focus on the ball. Your eyes should be on the rising sun. This is the area you must focus on because it's 11 days ahead of us or 10 days. The counting down has begun.
Yes.
It's just some days. So ask yourself, am I going to be there or am I going to be out? If you are not there, please jump in now. Ndiba is going to overtake the allow.
Of course.
You know that somebody can jump inside the struggle today and do more than me. And the Biafra government in exile has open heart and open hand to welcome you. But don't think you will know that you will not jump in now and want to know everything. You will stay like a follower until you understand what we are doing. Because some enjoy seeing in above or and them one as you to avoid or when you carry my brother. So our people, the days are numbered. The days are numbered. And the days ahead of us are evil. The evil days are ahead of us. Continue focusing on the right side of this Biafra liberation. There is no time for sensation. There is no time to preach. The preaching of Biafra has taken no less than 15 years. I ask a question. If you have a child who is going to school, you know that you have 5 or 6 years to come out. If that child managed have carry over 1 year, did not come out, the other next you have to bring and ask the child the question, what are you doing in the school? You are not this school. You was not meant to go to school. Please come and learn one handwork. That just could be the best thing. Because we have shouted, we have preached, we have carried placards, we have carried whistle, we have carried only flag, and the killing is much then. But now that we say sit at home and we are fighting, sit at home will not continue until anything zoo disappear in Biafra land. Now, do you know that now I understand why they said, why PM said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will come out in a historical way. Now I understand. If Nigeria government release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today, Biafra has already been declared.
Absolutely.
If they do it next tomorrow, he's coming out means he's come out in a historical way. Our people need to understand this. There is things and things you have to look and say, yes, so this is where we are. I want to remind our people 3 things. A freedom fighter has only 3 places: grave, prison, exile. We have crossed the Rubicon. What do I mean? I mean, Ojukwu is in the grave. Master Nekalu is in the prison. Simon is in exile. These 3 prophets have been fulfilled. And Ojukwu said, Biafra will come from diaspora, not from home. UN, are there in Nigeria, in Africa? EU, are there in Africa? Washington, D.C., are there in Africa? House of Commonwealth, are there in Africa? This is things you need to count and know that Biafra will come from diaspora. The last word from Chukwuemeka Odumegwu is, let my people go. Go where? Go to Biafra. He's telling the zoo to let my people go. The people are ready to go. If you are not ready, stay where you want to. It's a free word. It's a free word. So stay where you feel like you want to stay, because for me, I need Biafra. If you ask me, why do I myself need Biafra? There's a 1,001 reasons. Number 1, my security of my life will be assured. That is number 1. Number 1, nobody will shout up NEPA in my area again. Biafra restored. Number 2, we have a good road. And we will have a good hospital. Our children can go to best schools and have best teachers. A lot of work. All this work that we went to exile to go and look for a green pasture. The green pasture we are looking is down in the homeland. Yes. Because with Biafra is restored, we are going to build Biafra, according to Mazen and the Khan, day and night. And then, where you are today, you work on hour, you don't work in a day. People work 5 hours, 6 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, depending on your capacity, on your level of working. And when Biafra is being restored, everybody will be equal. What do I mean? I will have a job on my level. Those who will have a job on their level, using pen to write, will have it. Those who will be in the office and be only answering phone call will be there doing their own. If you're a carpenter, you also have your own job. If you're a bricklayer, you will have your own job. If you're a mechanic, you'll be doing it and the work will be paying you well. Our people are in abroad doing carpentering work, doing mechanic, doing medicine work, and use it and build house in their homeland. Then when Biafra come, all these things we put in a place. Why don't you want this thing? The better life of you, and you want to still become a slave. If you look at it, the enemies are turning around. Simon if Rocha Sokrocha can stand up today and calling for release of Maznan the Khan, what are we not saying?
Oh God.
If Rocha Sokrocha, who wants Maznan kind of death, can rose up on a tribute and said, please give us Maznan the Khan, let us go home and settle our differences. And the gullible one are here ranting on social media. Do you see how he put? He said that this person and this person recognize their differences. This person settle their differences. Give us Mazin and they can let us go home and settle our differences in our home. And you are on the social media ranting and doing propaganda. Continue with your propaganda. You will sleep in Nigeria, wake up in Biafra land. We must continue to support Biafra Liberation Army. Because you think that this fund we are funding is for another different thing. No, it's for this army. That is why one of the zoo army said, no maka na aka dia ha money pibe. Ofu mkpụrụ mgbọ agbapụrụ agbụgbọ ego n'ọbụ itinye mkpụrụ kwọta nsị aha na-akụ egwaghị na aka dia ha money pibe. So continue supporting Biafra liberation. Continue giving your fund. continue. I wish I could have put on IOU, then to know that yes, that I completed my quota. But the little one I have, even if it is 1,000 I have, I support, because ndị anyị si na nnụnụ feta ọ bụrụ igwe nnụnụ.
Yes.
Atụkọta utu onye ma na ọgba ụfụfụ. That is the only way we are going. That is ọdụnube nwanne ya gba n'ọsọ. Come, ụmụnne m, don't look back. Nwanne ebe a nakọta bụ onye le anya n'azụ ọ ga-akpa nnu. Nwunye Lord wee gara akpa nnu. So anyị nwa adịghị ele anya n'azụ. One ọ bụ na asa bụ gomuzu, I come back with shame with nothing. Ego ne ka a na-akwụkwa na ihe ọ bụ eji ekwu okwu mmeji gbuo nwanne m. The time has come and gone. So I want to end by saying, asị m na ebe ọ bụla Maazị Nnamdi Kanu nọ, na Chukwuka abịa ma ga-echekwa na ọ ga-enye ya isi ike. Onwe ihe ga-eme ndụ ya. Ụkwụ ọbụla ejere Maazị Nnamdi Kanu iji ụkwụ ahụ ga-ada mgbọrọ. Anya ọjọọ anya ahụ ga-ekpu isi. Aka ahụ na-apụ ya, aka ahụ ga-agbaji. Isi ahụ na-efe ya, isi ahụ a ga-egbupụ ya. Onye si n'isi Maazị Nnamdi Kanu na-awa aja, ọ ga-eji nke ya wee chụọ aja. Onye sikwa na ihe Maazị Nnamdi Kanu na-eme enwe isi, a ga-egburu isi ya tinye ka o wee nwee isi. N'otu aka nka na-ekpere PM anyị ekpere na-asị na ogologo na-arụ isi ike. Ọ ga-adịrị ya mma na Eke, ọ ga-adịrị ya n'Orie, ọ ga-adịrị ya n'Afọ, ọ ga-adịrị ya na Nkwọ. Biafra Liberation Army, o nwere ndị be anyị na-akpọ ọchọm na ọfụm, ọchọm na ọfụm na ọma m. Ndị zuu ga na-ahafụ ụnụ ha mma na ọbụ ụnụ ka hafụ. Ụnụ ga-aghọrọ ha mkpara akwụkwọ na Eke, ghọrọ ha n'Orie, ghọrọ ha na Afọ, ghọrọ ha na Nkwọ, ghọrọ ha na Eke. Ihe dị mma ka anyị ga-afụ, anyị gara ndụ Biafra abịa na Eke, anyị gara ndụ ọbịa n'Orie, anyị gara ndụ ọbịa na Afọ, anyị gara ndụ ọbịa na Nkwọ. A sị m na ọ ga-adịrị anyị na mma, dịrị ndị niile si na ihe Biafra na-eme dị ha na mma. Mgbe ọbụla onye ọbụla si wepụta ego ya support Biafra Liberation, ọ ga-enweta okpu asaa mmaji pụrụ mmaji na Chukwuka abịa ma pray. Ise. We move. Airborne, my brother. We move.
Airborne. Thank you so much, my beloved brother. I appreciate you for that amazing and inspiring word. Wherever you are watching us from, I urge you to remain strong, because we are going ahead and we are getting to that very time that we have waited for. We have waited for this moment for a very long time. Finally, here are we. Finally, we have come to that time that we have been looking forward to. That moment we have been looking forward to. That moment we have been praying for. We have finally gotten to that. And I want every one of us to remain consistent. Don't get distracted. You must be focused for the convention that is coming. Don't get distracted. Chukwuka is going to do those things that looks impossible. He will do it for us. As we are approaching the convention, everything that needs to be done has to be done. The Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Nigeria, is doing his part. What about you? What are you doing? Do not get distracted. Do not pay attention to the blackmailers, the propagandists. We give them a topic and they continue. We keep them busy with one thing or another. Some of you don't know the strategy of our Prime Minister. This is a strategy that some of you should know. That every topic they have today, he gives them. When he gives them topic, they proceed. He will give them topic and tell them, well, go ahead and speak. And they will continue to run around from one pillar to another pole. Do not allow anybody to get you distracted. We must be focused. The journey is not going to be easy. But by the special grace of Chukwuka, we shall overcome. My beloved sister Chichi, you are back. I guess you have something to say?
Yes. My network took me away.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, it's like you're rounding up.
Not yet. I still have some few minutes to be here.
Okay. I want to use this medium to ask our people that is living in Lagos, why did they abandon our brother with somebody? That
We can't hear you, my sister. We can't hear you. We cannot hear you, my sister. Try and check
okay.
your, yeah. We cannot hear you. We are not hearing you. I think your network also. Try and look up your network. We can't hear you. So while we wait for our sister to rearrange her network and get back, every one of us must be focused on the redirections. There is nothing that is going to happen that has not happened. All you are seeing today is a preparation for what is coming ahead. And while we are waiting for the D-Day to come, we have less than 10 days to go. So while we are waiting for the D-Day, you must begin to prepare yourself. If there's any contribution you have to make, do not hesitate to make that contribution. The time is now. We must try by all means possible to do everything we can to see that we play our own part. And I think I have to play this message from our Prime Minister. Let us listen to what this message has to say, and we can be able to drive our program from there.
That will listen after this particular space. I have come this evening unannounced to brief Biafrans on the success that the Biafra government are making globally. We need to, as we approach December 2nd or the November-December convention, it is very important and imperative that we keep you updated every time when the opportunity calls. My fellow Biafrans, you must understand one thing, which will become a norm as we go forward. Always remember that Nigeria terrorist state came into being through conquest and forceful imposition of foreign rule, which denied indigenous people the opportunity to negotiate and choose what they wanted in 1914. And it was called the amalgamation of Nigeria. Today, we are no longer comfortable in this amalgamation. We are no longer comfortable in this conquest. We are no longer comfortable in this injustice, in this faulty foundation. And we say it is time for redress after decades. And of course, as we all know how government works all over the world from history, somebody have to rise up to brutally, ruthlessly resist them, especially when the government become evil, like Nigeria. Somebody have to get up and lead that change. And that's exactly what we are doing today. Like they have done it in America and other parts of the world. America took the bull by its horn in 1776 against the same people we are fighting today in Prosse. And that's exactly why it is important that you know the diplomatic wave of the Biafra government today. In the past weeks, the Biafra government has met notable decision makers in the United States, Washington, D.C., on a diplomatic consultation over the Biafra Common Declaration in Finland. And of course, this consultation continues, including consultation with a high-level individuals across Asia, and of course Africa as well. Like you all know, last week, the officials of the Biafra government met with dignitaries, policymakers, decision makers, including the Speaker of the House of Representatives of the United States of America. We will continue to educate them on the need for Biafra to become an independent state. We will continue to educate them on the need to support the declaration of Biafra. We will continue to educate them on the need to also support the Biafra self-referendum, because Nigeria thought by locking the door of the constitution they have defeated everybody, but we outsmarted them. So this consultation will continue even after the declaration of the 2nd of December 2024 until those who have what it takes to pursue and support the recognition of Biafra will understand the need for them to do so. My fellow Biafrans, I want you to understand one thing, that the civil disobedience that we have used for the past 3 years have yielded the exact and even more than the result we required and we expected from it. And you know, with all the propaganda, the blackmail they use trying to demoralize our people, demonize them, not to continue to sit at home, they failed. And let me tell you, you know, one of the things they usually come with is that, oh, you are destroying the economy. Oh, the sit at home, because of the sit at home, they have lost billions in the South. Now, let me make it very clear today. Any day they come with such nonsense, ask them, when the sit at home was not there, they were making this billion. What have they done with the billions? Ask them, what have they done with the billions? And what have the sit at home now done to stop that thing that we're doing with the billions? Ask them, what have they done when the sit at home was not there and they were generating these billions? Did they use it to build road? The answer is no. Did they use these billions to build hospital? The answer is no. Did they use this billion to build social amenity for you? The answer is no. Did they use this billion to give you national insurance scheme? The answer is no. Did they use this billion to give you free education? The answer is no. Then why are they now so worried about losing these particular billions to the sit at home? Do you know who it is affecting? It's affecting them. That billion they were looting is what they cannot loot again. And everybody is hungry. All of them. Ask them, how have they sit at home destroyed ordinary man's economy? They were not sharing those billions with them. How have they sit at home, or this billion that they are talking about, affect an ordinary man who goes out and sell market and feed his family? And if he didn't go tomorrow, he will go the next day to sell and feed his family. It doesn't affect them. And that is why our people discover that actually it is very, very effective. They keyed into it. The people that are subjugating our people to slavery were the ones shouting and crying of economy. The economy that the common man never benefited from. The economy that the common man will never benefited. Before they could train their children in school, they will suffer and suffer and suffer. Why these people are making billions through the revenue that they generate from different states. Today, they are losing that revenue and they are crying of economy. I want you to understand also that for those of them today that are surprised of the wave that the Biafra government is making globally, using our lobbyists from different dimensions that we are using for the liberation of Biafra, they are surprised. They call it fake. They say it's a photoshopping. You can imagine. We will be posting Speaker of House of Representatives of the United States of America. We post it on Twitter, our finance minister. And so, as we are today, as a government, we will now be posting fake image of high, top-ranked officials of the United States of America on Twitter, claiming that we met them. This is the level of idiocy of the people who have been shouting Biafra for many years. Because that is what they did, actually. Of course, they cannot even Photoshop reasonable people. But most of the things they posted for many years were all Photoshop. Many of them, everything is Photoshop. The Photoshop that I said I'm going to bring sheep, they use it to feed their ego, feed themselves on social media. The Photoshop where I posted the guy that died in Russia, which I have refused to make a video to today. The Photoshop, everything about them is Photoshopping. That was how they were fighting Biafra. Now that's why nobody ever took them serious. But today, we are not in Photoshopping in the government. Everything is real. I went to the office of the president of Finland to submit a document. Then, that was like 2 years ago, they say it's fake. And with my level in Finland, I will be posting that I submitted a letter to the office of the president of Finland, and it is fake. I brought even acknowledgement from the office of the president Niinisto, the former president, that they have received the letter where I was appealing to them to support the Biafra independence. They acknowledge the receipt of that letter with evidences of Nigeria violation of Biafra rights and this criminals political pressure group IPOB Nigeria, they say is a fake. I want you to understand that there remain criminals and fake. There remain Nigeria political pressure group. Otherwise, under IPOB Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, he was looking for 100 men. With all the idiots scattered all over the world shouting IPOB, IPOB, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was looking for 100 men.
It is very important that we know whatever you are seeing today didn't start today. Some of these messages are good to replay back for you to know that you don't have to be shaken. You must not be surprised with the propaganda that is going today. These are people who only seek for a propaganda. They look for every little opportunity. And I know the strategy. Some of us who are paying attention, you will know that Mazi Samanapa is very good in giving them topic. You give them a topic, keep them busy while we do what we have to do. We have more serious issue at hand. The convention that is coming up, which will be hosted by the Biafran, is going to cost a lot. It is not only Biafrans that are coming. People are coming from other organizations. People are coming from different countries. And these people that are coming must be attended
12 days. 12 days.
And for us to be able to maintain
for the second term
and be able to attend to all these people, there are certain things that must be done. The national assignment of our prime minister has become a new topic for them. They should get busy while we prepare for the restoration of independence of Biafra. There is nothing anybody can do to stop us. We are unstoppable. It doesn't matter how they try, their propaganda and their blackmail, we never stand. Young Wealthy, you're welcome. Thank you for joining. My beloved brother Christian, thank you for joining. Good to see you.
Thank you, sir.
Morning, brother. God bless you.
You're welcome.
Morning.
So, Young Wealthy, give us your
Yes,
speech.
sir.
Let us touch it round and let's go from there. Go ahead and speak.
Yes, sir. You're welcome, sir. I greet all the Biafrans this morning from my end who are listening to us in this broadcast across the world. And I want to use this opportunity to appreciate you who is on board in the studio for us, and Biafrans who are very resilient in this very struggle, as well Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister, the Honorable Prime Minister of Biafra government in exile, who is taking us relentlessly at all times doing the needful. I'm always very glad of him, and that God will give him more grace to his elbows to do the needful. Today we are counting down 12 days to go, and I am so glad, so excited that I am going to a promised land. So I am grateful here. Nigeria government is a government, a terrorist group in short, that we all know we don't have to continue like this. Like yesterday, I was telling somebody, I said, Nigeria is not a country. Nigeria is not a nation. It's just a mere geographical expression. And I told the person, I said, when they protested for independence, the people, Lord Lugard and his cohorts, they deceived them that, okay, you have so protested for this and we are going to do that for you. And then he was advised to scam them. And as foolish as they are, they couldn't define what they are looking for. And so he told them, we will give you independence. Right in here, they have to go behind Niger Royal Company, which is their company then. They were running, using it to exploit us within this geographical space, to make the Great Britain. And so they scammed them by going behind that Niger to add IA to sound Nigeria from Niger. And so the people accepted them like that into a very forceful unionship, which they did not sit down to negotiate, dialogue, and agree on what they want. But today they accepted that they are a nation, collapsing 3 nations together, 3 ethnic groups, ethnic nations together, which have different, in that they are not the same people. And right in here, the people, as I said, as foolish as they are, they accepted it and they kept on moving. While the Britain is their enterprise. So I now made the person or the people sitting there, as I was educating them, to understand that Nigeria is not a nation, is an enterprise for the Britain. So if the earlier people begin to realize this, the better for them. But I made them to understand that we have gone so far in this Biafra struggle, headed by Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, that we are counting down from that yesterday, 13 days, and today is 12 days countdown. So that if they don't want to join the moving train, well, we leave them behind. Then they shall define where they are, maybe when it is late. So Nigeria, as a government, so to say, as they said, which is a terrorist group, I told them they do not have the people in mind. And what do you call a government? A government is, a setup by the people, to work for them. And so you say government of the people by the people, that means set by the people and then for the people. But herein, we do not see a government at all. And that is why I call it a terrorist group. Because if it's a government, it will be something that the people themselves set up to work for them. And then which is for them. I mean, by them and for them. So here, the people do not have, the people so-called a government do not have the people in mind. And I also tell people to understand that if you look at Biafra government, despite in exile, is working hard, doing everything for the people, and which of course there was an election for the cabinet members of the Biafra government to be elected on behalf of the Biafrans. And if you see their activity, it's very clear that they are working as a government for the people and doing everything possible to ensure that the freedom that the people have been eluded of is being, worked for to, give it to the people. And so today, everything is very glaring that the freedom is already in our hands. We've got it already, very, very sure. And so this is what they call a government that will speak for the people, work for the welfare of the people, and ensure that the people live well, as well they are secured. So, in fact, when the people heard the way I spoke at length for their better understanding, they applauded it and they made up their mind, which all of them that were sitting down there at that yesterday, they asked me how they can vote into the Biafra referendum. And I led them through. They voted, which I do on daily basis. And anywhere I find myself, because it is our duty altogether.
Absolutely.
So that is exactly what is here. I made people to understand that Nigeria is updated, it has expired. And so we need to do everything possible wherever you are. Just like the Prime Minister have said in one of his broadcasts. He said, Nigeria is like a devil the devil that was found in the heaven within the space of time, which God himself discovered and saw that the security of heaven is not, in order if the devil continues to be there. So he has to pursue him at all costs and cast him down. So in the same vein, it is our duty to ensure that we see Nigeria like that around us within the Biafra land, to ensure that we pursue every presence of Nigeria around our corners within the Biafra land and then away from the Biafra land, so that we will have our peace. And that if we don't do this, it's obvious that lives will continue to be consumed on daily basis and in millions. And therefore, we need to do it so fast.
Thank you so much, my beloved
from
brother. You are really on point, and you are doing a great work and passing the messages across. Continue the message, continue preaching, and continue encouraging people out there.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for that introduction. And let's allow my brother Christian to make a speech before we proceed.
All right, sir. You're welcome, sir.
Yeah, brother. I greet every Biafran, and
you're welcome, sir.
Yeah, bless every Biafran, home and abroad, our angels who are doing the needful, putting their lives, everything on the line. I keep saying it. History from generation to generation, we never forget any one of them, and it will be an everlasting mark. You know, it will remain a mark that will be memorized from generation to generation, how Biafran was fought for and restored through blood, through lives of young people. You know, we don't, at the moment, most of us don't understand. But in time to come, the true picture will be made. Everybody will come to understand what it means, what freedom means. Because now some will say, oh, our business, oh, our food, oh, our this. But when all will be said and done, then the real meaning, the real value of freedom will hit home. And people will begin to say, wow, this is truly how it's supposed to be. But it doesn't come easy, and people are paying dearly for it. And like I said, the duty that Biafrans we owe them is eternal gratitude. And their name will be put in the history of Biafra forever and ever, because they are doing something you can't even quantify at the moment. No amount of money can equate what they are doing, you know. So it is tough, and freedom is not for the faint or the weak-minded. No, it's not. Otherwise, you remain subjugated. So that is why those who understand it, they do everything for it. So Nnamdi Kanu, he has set the mark, you know, he has set the blueprint, and our PM has, you know, followed suit. People can continue to say whatever they like. They can continue to call him names. It doesn't really matter. Time will prove, and time will show who is who were on the side of the people. Time will show who lay it all on the line for the life and for the rescue of Biafran people. Only time is going to prove that. It's not known now, because there are enemies, distractors everywhere, using every means possible. You know, so it's time that's going to really gratified and be grateful to people like our leader Mazen and our PM and the rest of them, because it takes a village. You know, when I see Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, the chief of staff, and so many, Sonia Akparawa, people who has laid all on the line, every one of them, history will really put their name where it will remain forever and ever. Because we won't go back to this again. After this is done and settled, then it's done forever. There's no way we will have this again. So this is once in a lifetime war we are waging. We are fighting to free our people. Well, yesterday, because I was at home and my internet, as usual, I don't know what it is, always give me problems. So, but I was following events in the zoo, and the zoo for them is like I don't know how to describe it. They feel happy if there's any news, maybe that will give them hope of continue to keep the zoo together, not knowing that the wrath of Chukwuka has befallen on the zoo. Nigeria from day one has been a hindrance, an obstacle, and enemy of God and humanity. And I believe without a doubt in my mind that God has had enough of Nigeria. Yes. That is why everything is turning around. Everything is turning around for the freedom of humanity. What Biafra is bringing is not just the freedom of Biafra, for other people who have been so deprived. And the entire Africa and black race, I can easily say that, because again, time is going to prove all that. So yesterday they were saying that that is how they did not hear from Mazen Nnamdi Kanu for a couple of days, and before you know it, he was in the zoo. So that they've not heard from PM, because every day he's on Twitter, he's this, he's that, but they've not heard from him for 24 hours, blah, blah, blah. Some were panicking, some were looking at it like a point of rejoice or whatever. But I said to them, well, God is not sleeping, and God knows what he's doing. He's using the man he's using, and at the end, his name will be glorified. So I'm not, I was thinking that I would get through to Van this morning, but I was not able to get through. But I believe that all is well. We are moving on. Thank you, my brother, and God bless.
Thank you so much. All is well, my brother. All is well. This is one of those things that need to happen before we get to where we are going, because they have to know how important the Prime Minister is to us. When we are talking about Mazi Simon Prime Minister, they don't know how important. When they say that Biafrans don't support him, they have to know the important. Even the world have to know how important he is.
Exactly.
His absence on Twitter for a few days now, you see how everywhere is shaking. There are certain things, when we talk about this recognition, there are certain things that need to be done. Just like when the Prime Minister unveiled the Biafran national team, and everywhere got fire, everywhere was on fire.
Mm-hmm.
They began to push propaganda, and they forgot that from 1967 to 1970, there was a national team that represented the Biafrans to make our voice heard in the world.
Exactly.
And it was comprising of all whites. But the name they were projecting and the case was Biafra.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing. You see, our Prime Minister is a strategist. There are so many ways to draw attention. There are so many ways to make people focus on Biafra.
Yeah.
There are so many ways to do it. That is why sometimes when I look at his strategy, sometimes I just laugh. Forget about whatever anybody is saying. We are focused and we are moving forward, and nothing is going to stop us. And before we proceed, I want to play this very old message of our Prime Minister. Let us listen to this old message of Prime Minister, and from there we can continue.
I want you to understand that I will never betray Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I will never betray Biafra. I don't need to say this because nobody brought me into the struggle. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not bring me into the struggle. Nobody did. I came as directed by the Spirit of God into the struggle and started doing things on my own before I was recognized by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And I tell you, like I used to tell people in the secret, my plan was never to take oath in IPOB. My plan was never to take oath. I wanted to prove to Biafrans that you do not need to take oath to contribute to the freedom of your own people. So that was my plan. But along the line, something changed. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself requested me to take that oath for one specific reason, and that reason touched me. And that was how I took oath. I want to make this thing, build this particular background today for people to understand. And I have told you people that I will be the last person, your last bus stop, whoever you are. I will be your last bus stop in this struggle for Biafra. Once you are not genuine, once you are, you are out to destroy this Biafra movement, I will be your last bus stop. God will use me to stop you. It is not by my power, but that is the way it is. Now, I want to make it very clear.
That message was made long ago, and today that message is bearing fruit. It is a warning and a lesson to those who want to hear or know. I want you to go back and check on those people who are standing against Biafra, directly and indirectly. Go and see how they are doing. Those who are still alive, go and check them, how they're faring. Those who have sold their shame and they still come online, go and see how their platform is doing. Even when they stole away the greatest platform, Biafra, Radio Biafra was the highest platform with the highest audience. The highest platform with the highest audience. But our Prime Minister took them down to the floor. Today, nobody listens to them. They don't make impact anywhere because they are not standing on the truth. Only the truth can stand the test of time, and you cannot cover the light. No matter how small light is, when you put it in the darkness, a small candle will lit a warehouse. Put a small candle, put a light in a small candle, go into a warehouse, light will come. You can't cover the light, and only the truth will stand the test of time. My beloved brother Max, thank you for joining us, Max. You're welcome.
Thank you, my Eziboto Namoche Mazi Chicks, and good morning to every one of you, my Namoches in the studio. I respect every one of you, and I will continue to honor you as my Namoches. Your due respect will be given to you, whether I am older or younger. I must always give you your due respect as your Wawa or Kene of Biafra land.
Good morning, Brother Mas. God bless.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Keep the fire burning. It is just, we are at the tail of the whole thing. And for those of them that feel that, oh, we are waiting for Biafra to come on 2nd December. And 2nd December is a declaration day.
Yeah.
When Biafra will be declared. Then from there, the authority of a government will be established.
Yeah.
That is a process. Becoming a republic, having your own country is a process. You cannot stand from the head or center. No, you must start from the foundation. And the foundation is what you have led. You have watered the ground through the Prime Minister, through Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the honorable members of the Biafran Republic government in exile, the media warriors, great sons and daughters of Biafra land that has contributed, no matter how small it is, those that have cried, those that have sung, those that have clapped, those that have sat, those that have suffered and paid the ultimate price for this freedom. That is the foundation. This foundation is going to be made clear on the 2nd of December. That does not mean that Biafra will just start functioning on that day. It is a process. For those of them that are expecting, that are now warming up, they say, oh, you declare Biafra at the 2nd. That is now, Biafra hasn't come. We want to tell you and educate you Biafran Republic government in exile. The declaration is the beginning of the diplomatic process and everything that is tied to the existence of a country and a republic. In fact, Biafra is not going to be a country. Biafra is a nation of like-minded people with culture and everything. That is what they should understand. See, my brother, the last statement that you made concerning oath taking, I did not take any oath. I was a member of the Nigerian army, very active one. I saw what I saw. What I saw would not make me to take oath. I don't need to take oath to support in order to make my mother's ancestral land clear and free from the evil that has befallen them for many, many decades. Even before independence, Biafrans have met to go through some sort of, in fact, some sort of difficulties, killings, buying. Forgive me, I don't know whether they will flag you for using, buying our people even before independence or amalgamation. Our people were dealt with. I do not know the kind of demon that has created this hate for our own people. And to worsen it, you see some of our own coming out to challenge and be putting stops for us to fall. I am here to tell you, Mazi Chuks Namoche, whether oath or not oath, we are anyone that loves his or her mother's ancestral land will not need no oath to do what is needed of that person. Those that took that oath, where are they? Those that took that oath today, where are they? Are they not the same people involved in the kidnapping of Mazen Namdekano? Are they not the same people that have changed what their leader, if they really regarded him as their leader? For me, he was and still my leader till death. Have they not changed the platform, the organization he strongly built into a political pressure group? Have they not? Didn't they take the same oath?
They did.
Nonsense oath. I don't need oath to support my mother's ancestral land. I don't need oath to come and carry whatever that I can carry, even catapult to defend my mother's ancestral land, if needs be. I don't need oath to do that. It is my conscience and my spirit that will beat me and torture me when I see that which is right for me to do for my people, then I fail to do it. The spirit of those that fought for me to live, to stand today from that same land, the Biafran land where I was groomed, will never allow me to rest if I fail to continue to do and to a larger extent establish what one way or the other they could not establish. I would like to finish it, and I would like to drive in this vehicle of Biafra and bequeath it to those that are going to come before us, and not to allow them to continue to fight an everlasting war that we don't know when it is going to end. Thank you so much. I yield here.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. I appreciate you for that amazing and wonderful submission. And as we go on, the major thing we have in our hand today is the convention in Finland, Latin. Every one of us must be committed to that very thing. Whatever contribution you have to make, begin to make that. As our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa is preparing heavily. What about you? How prepared are you? Every one of us should get prepared. Don't fold your hands and just be waiting for Prime Minister waiting for him. All Pentecost. What about you? We have only a few days to come. He is preparing. Don't be busy and be listening to propaganda and you're not doing anything. My brother Chinonso, please tell us something.
Yes, so I greet all Biafrans. I greet Mwadiala in a special way. Nka go through Mwadiala. I want Mwadiala nke fake. And I greet everybody in the house. Mazi, before I go to the issue of convention, I want to I take him go to Alana here local government. Even not taking him over one primary school. Na ball ya I no take them nyem one oath. Manda kunyem na ndem da onye nyem oath to take the board that's the question na there but. Obudi oath ahụ o nyere m ya nwa nyere m ka na-ekwu okwu ya ka ọ bụ Biafra ka na-ekwu. Ndị so na-agwa ngị na onye bụ na ego na-achị n'ime ndụ ya inye ego n'ime ndụ ya ọ ihe kwesịrị ka o mee. That is why sịrị na ego bụ mgbọgwụ nke ihe ọjọọ niile. For onye believe na ego bụ mgbọgwụ nke ihe ọjọọ. Ọ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu mere ka m nwa ghọta na money is not everything. Your conscience first before money. Ndị enwe conscience. Ọkwachi na-asa nworu anaghị otu. Command and control. Mekron an interview na Radio Biafra wee kwu. The Nigeria government, you people have power to kill Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. That you could have killed him highest 3 months. Biafrans will move on. Biafra will die. Somebody you said is your leader. You are telling government of the zoo that they could have killed them. He's regretting. He's telling them that they made a mistake for not killing Maazị Nnamdi Kanu because all their plan is that in that 7 days, 8 days they tie him down, that he will die there. But because of Maazị Nnamdi Kanu is not an ordinary human being, he did not give up. So he's crying till today. And why he did not die? Somebody who said he took an oath to protect your brother. Because they don't understand the oath. I understand this oath is that I will wash your back, you wash my back, then we'll move on. We get to where we are going. When I was working with my brother, I will be being afraid. That is DOS is when you're working with them, you have to wash your back by yourself because they are not washing your back. They see chance they bring you down. That is who they are. Then with this, I want to also encourage our people. When you put now, na PM no go boutique. I hope you are fortifying yourself for December 2nd from November 29. There is many ways you can fortify yourself. Ndo kana say one abe kwanche plate na mmiri o one ebe kwanche gị na mmiri. You can pray or you can work hard from where you are working to make sure that you save money more for what is to come, because the more we go, the more we need more money to fund more to get where we are going. Because declaring Biafra on December 2nd, it simply means that we need to, if we are given 1,000, you need to give 3,000. Because the movement has really started. Because Nigeria government, the zoo will come hard on us. Why will we go hard on them? PM said a government that use violence will respond to a government that is using violence. What is the violence? Bye here and there is involved. And those bye is something they used to hold the bye. So our people need to understand. People, those who are asking, where is PM? What is his whereabouts? Must you know his whereabouts? It's because of people who knows whereabouts of Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. That is why they kidnap him. So no, we have learned from what happened to Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. You don't need to ask whereabouts of Maazị Simon Ekpa. You don't. If you are asking for, you are an enemy in the house.
He just show him.
He just show him. So we don't want that. Stop asking where your comment section. Where is Simon? Where is our PM? Our PM Jerry Boutique. Go and carry your own boutique. I just say Simon. No, we have find out that our PM international assignment, national assignment. One he is do obrike lota ike geji we tie zu to finally. Do you think that no ordinary ike geji we tie zu to na December 2nd? Oburo ko eziokwu any the more extra ike and how do it. So my people, we need to the zoo. There is one thing I want us to understand. Injustice is in the court, but injustice is in outside. The injustice outside is money. Whenever you take a money that comes from injustice, you will always be talking injustice. You can't stand against it. All these people, the gullibles, is our people who are against Biafra. They are those that they have eaten injustice money. Ịma na ndị be anyị si na ọ na-eme onye rie ihe ọnwụ nọrọ ihe ọnwụ. Ndị eriela ego ọnwụ ha nọrọ ọnwụ ha. Because the money Nigeria government spent to kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in some account of the GOS members, and after they will come hard on them. That is why they continue ranting. That's why they continue defending their money to eat. But Chobasina, he has found out why people deny Abbas not how a food to have a see because of you want to eat food, you want to build house, you become a gossiper. So we are not looking at them. We are looking on one thing. Man Samuel has said, I will be the end of all these things. And I can beat my chest and said, yes, he has done that. He has become an end of all these errats, social media warrior. They have all failed. And what we are seeing there, anybody who is talking against Simon, that is a crying of a dying horse. Do you think that a cow will just die silently? A cow will stretch leg, stretch hand now, and what will happen? He will still die. Anybody who is against what we are doing, since 3 years, you did not do anything. You see now that the world, we have lobby firms in America that you can do something. When I said you have 3 types of fool in life, see, a fool of age of 20 is going to be a fool at age of 40. A fool at age of 40 is a fool at his 80s. So all these people, they fool themselves and think they are doing nothing. Continue. Nigeria Zoo is telling you that ndị amị na-agwaga ụmụaka na-aka adịghịkwa mma na-epi igbe ịkapụ na-eche prụchiren mgbe o ruo oge ahụ ịpụta na ọ na-eme ya ka m ji kwuo onye sị na ihe a na-eme enwe isi egburu isi ya tinye ihe a na-eme enwe isi. So we must continue to support this Biafra liberation. We are no longer in the struggle. We are in the liberation phase of Biafra. We are in the... See, if you don't know, I want you to know that another 3 things that makes Sojuku to look to the war has been put in place. One is that social media, alliance. Second one, there is no army on ground where he kick off. We have our alliance. We have our social media. That's PM will lose more time before the convention. We have also have our army on ground. So these 3 things that make Sojuku to lose the war, PM said that he have learned from them. These 3 things are important, and you have fixed all of them. So whether you like it or not, gossip or you not gossip, you will sleep and see that Biafra has been declared, and we are working towards to make it. December 2nd is the D-Day. Like, let me say this. In a marriage, you have a date for the marriage. If you happily do your wedding, has the marriage ended that day? No. That is the day for the marriage to be established, and that is the day the world knows that the marriage has stand. So you will go inside the house to build the marriage. You don't build the marriage without getting married. It's when you married, you will build your marriage. So that is how Biafra, December 2nd, it is. From December 2nd, we will now start building more alliance, getting more equipment, getting things ready. When they say that we don't need Nigeria presence in our land, we don't want their injustice court. We don't want any barrack called Nigeria Zoo. We don't want any prison that is wearing black and they're still in our land. This is things we don't want. We don't, anything that concerns them is what we said we don't want. You didn't say we don't want human being. No, we don't want their court. We don't want their army barrack. We don't want their police station. We don't want we don't want their local government chairman. We don't want House of Senate from them. This is things we don't want. But we need our human being to stay in Biafra because human will govern human. Yes. So we must understand where we are going. We move, no surrender, no retreat. airborne to December 2nd.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that amazing contribution. And for those who are still asking for link, people are still asking for link to vote. If you're still asking for link to vote, the link is everywhere on our platform. If you go to the platform of our Prime Minister on X, it is there. That is the very first thing you will see. Click the link and you will vote. And if you want to reach out to me, you can reach out to me privately so that I can send you the link. If you have my WhatsApp number. If you don't have my WhatsApp number, take down my WhatsApp number now so that you can be able to send me a message on WhatsApp and ask me to send you the link. I will send you the link. Very important. For those who don't have my WhatsApp number, I'm going to call my WhatsApp number, take it down so that you can send me a message and request for the link. I will send you the link. We have gone very far. The voting is going to end on the 28th, to be precise. It's going to be ended. There will be no more space for you to vote. So this is the last phase of it. So a few days to go. If you can still be able to do it, just go straight to the platform of Prime Minister on X. It is the very first thing you will see there. Or you can send me a private message. I will send you the link for you to cast a vote. The number is +447 864 397 169. I take it again. +447 864 397 169. For the very last time, +447 864 397 169. So if you need the link, we have but few days to go. You can still send a message that I can send you the link. You will play your own role. Everyone is supposed to be identified on that very vote because that is giving the Biafran government the mandate to go ahead and do what they had to do. Already we have gotten almost 60 million people. It is not a joke. And I see no reason why any government or any organization will see that number and you ignore it. Nobody will ignore it. That is why the zoo is running helter-skelter today, pushing their propaganda from all angles. That is why everywhere is on fire. That is why every attention today is on the Biafran government. That is why the absence of our Prime Minister today is causing a heavy traffic on social media. A heavy traffic on social media. And I bet you, at the end of the day, victory is what we are going to see. Young Wealthy, are you there? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Young Wealthy?
I can hear you, sir.
Go ahead and speak to us. Let's hear you as we proceed.
It's okay. You're welcome, sir. I actually appreciate so much all our contributors. They said it all well. And I want to use this opportunity to say that, yes, we are no longer in agitation point. The work has been done. We have become a nation already, just like my brother, the last speaker, said. And so the arrangement has been done altogether. So the very day mentioned, which is December 2nd, 12 days countdown from now, is the marriage. The celebration takes place that day, and then henceforth, the marriage has started. And every other thing that is involved will always take on form. So we today are going to be a nation, which I tell people that we are going to be a nation that will start as a developed nation, not Nigeria that has stayed for 64 years since birth until today is crawling on the ground like a baby. I mean 64 years old man to say, and then it's still crawling. So, but Biafra is coming up even from the very starting as a developed nation. And of course, the international communities from our arrangement altogether have seen that, of course, this is a mature nation. And that is the reason why they are giving us all their attention. And so I actually applaud Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister, over what he is doing, because he has done it all. Like the contemplation of people counting this we are into at this time to mean a business like as before. I told them no, it's no longer a business as before. Since this agitation of Biafra started, or Biafra struggle started, it has never been, it has never done with a template. But at this time around, this struggle on ground, headed and led by the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, in fact, is ongoing with a template. And with these templates, in fact, everything is being put in place one after the other. And of course, we are the very last point of it. And that means Biafra has actually come. And I assure people that, and they kept being convinced and coming up. There is something I want to share with you, sir. Sir, are you hearing me?
Go ahead, I'm hearing you.
Yeah, there's something I want to share with you, but I feel it's private. I will throw it down to your WhatsApp.
Okay.
It's private, yeah. So that we can discuss it right there, and then as you see reasons to it, you throw it to the cabinet. So that once after December 2nd, after the declaration, then it can be included into some processes.
Okay.
So that's what I am going to do. Here, I want to throw something. You know, the government's so-called of Nigeria, which is the terrorist pressure group, you know, they are going about relentlessly searching for mineral resources within the Biafra land. And of which, of course, they know too well that the reason why they actually want to colonize the Biafrans, you know, is because they have discovered all the mineral resources are well embedded on the Biafra land. So that is the reason why they feel they should keep us, you know, continually into their subjugation, and then becoming, colonizing also, that they will come tapping all the minerals. Imagine like when you go to Warri, when you go to Port Harcourt, Bayelsa and River State, and then all of those states within the Biafra land where these minerals like the crude is being found, you realize none of our person has an oil well. The owners of the land do not have the rights over the oil wells. The people you will see owning oil wells are the Fulanis and the Yorubas. And then the people that will gain employment in these, in these farms, and this oil, you know, are the same Yorubas and the Fulanis. And the only thing that reaches our people is the crumbs, which is gate man, just a mere security. That is the only chances that reaches our people. Owners of this oil, owners of this land, which is very, very barbaric. As I speak with you, gold is being discovered within Ikom states. The Biafra created states. gold is discovered in one of the communities called Agoy Ibami. You understand?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, he has been kicked out. I think he has a network issue there, so we got to proceed. So I think let's listen to this very important information that was passed by our Prime Minister. It's a security information that was passed in the past, and the security information remains. We continue to remind Biafrans as the life and property of our people is very important to us. We want to make sure that everybody is safe and sound. We don't want anybody to get involved in any issues. And the Liberation Army of Biafra are doing their job, continue to do it on a daily basis. Listen to this and make sure you remind. This is a message that has been passed a long time, and we'll keep on reminding you where we are and what you have to do.
My fellow Biafrans in Australia and beyond, we met with the most senior members of the United States Congress. We met with the most senior members of the US government, including the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Mike Johnson, the third highest official of the US government, the Chairman of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, Michael McCall, and a plethora of members of Congress. These members are now well educated about Biafra. It has never happened in the history of Biafra and Nigeria. We are closely working after being briefed, after educating these people, decision makers. We are now closely working with them to form a new Biafra policy for the US government.
Biafra, BFR, Rafo Jingo, my people, follow who no road. His Excellency Simon Ekpa Njoku, na him they carry us enter Biafra. He they play the show, no be lie. The good guy, Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government, in exile, went there for Obodo Yibo, Finland. With him government, na him they do the wonder. Say make you join, follow up. He go sweet you for body. Freedom today, better for you and your picking them. I dey tell you, he can still bring ogbonge raffle draw with big money when you go win. I dey tell you, no be lie. Starting from on the 29th of November, go reach December 3rd. Now this thing they happen 2024. And make I shock you, the money, it makes sense well. $20 and total winning prize $10,000. A first prize $5,000, third prize $2,000. BFR, no sit down, no sit down. Look, na dog name. They want from here gather money to build Biafra, where you they cry for sins. You go also win too.
Biafra will come. You either allow us to go in peace, or you are going to remain pieces, and Biafra will still go. I come that Nigeria will end. I come that there will end the Usman Danfodio legacy. That legacy that every time they will be talking about Usman Danfodio, you will think that Usman Danfodio manufactured the aeroplane. You would think that Usman Danfodio manufactured a car, or he invented one inhaler machine or something like that. No. Usman Danfodio have a legacy for killing northern Nigeria, for killing Hausas, conquering them, and turn them into what you see today, Hausa Fulani. That is the legacy that Usman Danfodio brought to northern Nigeria. And today, they have Usman Danfodio University. That is what they continue that particular legacy. That is the reason why the Fulanis are killing innocent Christians in the northern Nigeria and the middle belt. It is to continue the Usman Danfodio legacy, and I am here to end it. I will end it. The end of Usman Danfodio legacy will start from this year. I am telling you, go and mark it. It will start from December 2nd. Once we exit Nigeria, that legacy is gone, completely gone, because they will not have any other place to conquer. Is it us that you are going to cross our border to come and start saying you want to conquer Biafra? We did not conquer us when we were in Nigeria. It's not going to be possible.
Oshekure Onana Otare Biafra Takewe Iko Urobo Avisoko Takewe
Urobo me of Wavo, which Javani Yanine Upole on Igede.
Omiragwa Simon Ekpa Ujoko Biafra le amleta na mane vie kede tane ki devo la mane ko jola mane na Biafra o wono di o iri enere ombiko kilomiragwa Simon Ekpa owo tane o ikari ha vu urabani o yo miragwa la meta na oswe Biafra ekotori noko ha na laka burina ha na obi filandi o yakada he ha were ede ujegbirini remela ukwovo ridwe edera emela mekuive hanana obodigo idonole oyibo ametane anye aka metana woki pole ike vikpalbo ove hana ukwo esosolo ke mwe soso vere hana aka ke donolo oyibo sene $10,000 then ukwo ive aka ke $5,000 ukwolera aka ke $2,000 hali Biafra na ubodele haramleta na eko kokigo kone Biafra na waivu vielana prasa wo mrigo wo be Biafra eko tolole rameta na oka nera bani pona jobi o ma bera bani so bitu awan je petana weja bani kubo kugbe urubo na gbena awan mleta na Biafra esewo mu urubo ovovo wado
Isoko wado mana wado wade hajo roto no betero mavia evenube na 2024 eva ede udegbo izi eva amara pegbovo bifio edesa eva amara pegbive hanana oyo odibo no no vizi ro rufo maro somai ba ho emi Biafra na mabetemerie na be manigbo in Nigeria na ona oro maroviano na wako magbe re majeve hana owo ezaro no obetero mavia eva ezaro na owo no barobo atekọ igo ere ibo inarese dollar na wotekwo magbe hana na otiwo makowe worede uvenana ori uvenana rewoko magbe re abeteza ezaro na ovetegwo agogo somai ovetegwo uzuazo somai keme matewu fo mamino matigbe brenu matigbe viovio jaha ere atane mevo wa ko magbe wade ijo Isoko wado
every day we need a pray God to go kick up yama say make we know to them you win we know we know for Biafra we know raffle draw we know in Finland we know.
After this particular December 2nd, nobody will fight for Biafra again. Biafra will be free. And we are going to hand over freedom to our children. And our unborn generation will enjoy what we have fought and what we are doing today. Do not shake. Do not panic. December 2nd, Biafra freedom will be handed over to us, both in the spirit and in physical.
Biafra, we know. Raffle BFR, Raffle Jingo, my people, follow who no road. His Excellency Simon Ekpa Njoku, na him they carry us enter Biafra. He they play the show. No be lie, the good guy, Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government, in exile, went there for Obodo Yibo, Finland. With him government, na him they do the wonder. Say make you join, follow up, he go sweet you for body. Freedom today, better for you. And your picking them, I dey tell you. He can still bring ogbonge raffle draw with big money when you go win. I dey tell you, no be lie. Starting from on the 29th of November, go reach December 3rd. Now this thing they happen 2024. And make I shock you, the money, it makes sense well. $20 and total winning prize $10,000. A first prize $5,000, third prize $2,000. BFR, no sit down, no sit down look na dog name. They want from here gather money to build Biafra where you they cry for sins. You go also win too.
particular December 2nd, nobody will fight for Biafra again. Biafra will be free. And we are going to hand over freedom to our children, and our unborn generation will enjoy what we have fought and what we are doing today. Do not shake. Do not panic. December 2nd, Biafra freedom will be handed over to us, both in the spirit and in physical.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I appreciate everyone that have hung out with us. Thank you all for having patience and staying around up to this minute as we are about to round up the program. Every single jingle have played are very important, and they are to keep us updated and let us know what is happening. We must not lose our guard. Don't allow anybody to deceive you or confuse you. Eye on the rising sun. Eye on the rising sun. Every minute of the day, focus on the rising sun. There is no other way to focus except on the rising sun. I think some people who didn't get my number, I'm going to call my number again for the last time for those who are seeking for the opportunity to cast their vote. We have few days to go. If you're still interested in casting your vote and you have not been able to get the link, take down my number, send me a private message, and I will try as much as possible to send you the link so that you can be part of the voting. The number is +447 864 397 169. +447 864 397 169. For the very last time, +447 864 397 169. Just send me a message on WhatsApp and let me know. Tell me you want the link for the voting, and I will send it to you, or any other information. Remember, even the IOU loan. If you want to be part of the IOU loan, you can equally send me a message. I will send you the link on how to participate in the IOU loan, or any other information that has to do with Biafra, more especially on the restoration of Biafra and the contribution. If you need any link, just send me a message on that very number. I will send you the link privately so that you can play your own role. Everything we are doing is directly to the Biafran government. The link is direct to the Biafran government. You're not paying to any of the media warrior. You're not paying to anybody. You are paying to Biafran government for your own restoration. That is what it is. So if you need any of those links, just use that very link and get across to me. Remember, eye on the rising sun. Do not entertain any distraction. From the beginning of this year, we have said it that propaganda will increase. Even just in the last broadcast of our Prime Minister, he said it. Our Prime Minister, he said, propaganda is, you haven't seen propaganda yet. You haven't seen propaganda yet. But the major thing is that we will keep them busy. While they are busy talking, we are busy making impact. We are busy forging ahead. Focus your eyes on the rising sun. There is no going back. My beloved brother Maxwell, use some minutes to give us your speech and include your rounding up speech on that very place before we come. My brother, Young Wealthy, we are going to come back to you. I think the network kicked you out initially.
Exactly.
But got some points from you, and we are going to come back to you again after every other one have made the contribution. My brother Maxwell, go on and speak to Biafrans.
Thank you so much, Mazi Chicks and my Namoches in the studio. Great sons and daughters of Biafra land in the comment section. Those that are watching us, the like and the comment is not enough for other people to see, have a feeling of what we are having today, being a little bit educated and informed on what is going on with our people on the ground, etc. We need your likes, we need your thumbs up, we need your comment and share so that other people will benefit. There is nothing much I am going to say here now, apart from telling the people of my mother's ancestral land to be cautious. Please be cautious of whatever that you are going to see, how you move in our homeland. There are enemies around, like Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister, has said, and I have said this when we were having Linda TV show. Your security is one of the things that you must take into cognizance. You don't joke with your security. Do not say anything to anybody that you don't have links or connection with. These people have a way of infiltrating. Absolutely. They can pay so much in what we call, to carry out what we call covert operations or sting operations within us. They have this proper training. Most of them are professionals. They can infiltrate in any way. The reason why it is hard for them to do, in fact, I believe that God, like I say, I am convinced, absolutely convinced that hand of God is in what we are doing.
Yes.
If not, they could have infiltrated all the files and ranks of Biafra. But anytime they try it, they fail. Anytime they try it, they fail. They try it against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they fail. Prime Minister emerged. They try it in the social media, they failed. They try it in many ways. They raise money, they fail. That is to tell you that what you are doing is just in the eyes of God and in the eyes of man. Do not. This fire, December 2nd, this fire that Biafrans have gone to the spirit world, Anamo, that piece of fire, let me say it in Igbo language the way I will understand, because English is not my mother tongue. So I will, let me say it this way. Ndị Igbo anyị si na ọkụ ahụ anyị jere jee lọta n'ala ndị mmụọ, ma anyị ekwekwana ka ọ bịa nwụọ n'ọnụ ụlọ ebe ị na-abata n'ime ụlọ nna anyị. Bikonu, ọkụ a ọnwụọ ebe a, ama m the next time anyị ga-aga n'ebe ndị a na mmụọ jee lọta another ọkụ. That is the only thing I would tell our people, because we are in a very perilous time. These people, you heard them send delegations. You heard them send delegation to the US. You heard them do everything. You heard them, you saw them appoint our own. These are means in order to destroy what we have built. But as long as the hand of God is in it, they will fail like those before them. I assure all of you to be strong, to be hard, to be compassionate among yourselves, amongst our men and women of Biafra land, that God will see us through, because we share one thing in common. What is that one thing in common? Is Biafra. And I would like to set my foot on the Biafran soil and walk with my shoulder high without looking both sides of my shoulders of any eventuality that is going to happen to me. Thank you so much, and may God continue to prosper you, enlarge your wallets, that you can also contribute to the freedom of my mother's ancestral land. May your family be protected, home and abroad. May everything that we wish, may God grant it for us. I love you all, and may Chukwu Kabiama bless all of you. Thank you, Mazi Chicks, for having me. It is well with us. Thank you for having me. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, our beloved Okene. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and Biafrans appreciate you. And we pray that Chukwu Kabiama will continue to guide you, protect you, save and secure you and your family. My brother Chinonso, go ahead and speak. My brother Chinonso, go ahead and give us your.
Yes, my fellow Biafrans, I thank everybody who stands up to this hour. It's going to almost 3 hours, so it's not easy to be here for good 3 hours. I appreciate all of you, those on the comment section. Like our PM said, stand firm, do not panic. Stand firm, do not panic. Yes, my brother, you are saying about the oil wells and all this. We know all this. That is why we are fighting for Biafra. The only thing that will stop a Fulani man having oil well in Bayelsa is Biafra. December 2nd, this is things we need to put an end. So when all these informations are there before now, that is why we really need Biafra to put an end to all these Fulanis having oil well in Biafra land, Yorubas having oil well in Biafra land, Yorubas and the Fulanis mining our gold in our land. It's only Biafra restoration will stop it. That is where I want to address that issue. Then it's also we need to understand that at this, I said we have played 90 minutes on this Biafra liberation. We have played the first 15 minutes. We are on the last 15 minutes of this match to win it, to play all the cards. And the way you are planning to defend and score, attack, that is how the enemies are defending, planning the attack, and also to score. But it's only when you know how you put your defenders, your midfielders, your strikers, is the way you will defend. Through defender come from midfield, you come to strike, and then you now score. So we are about to score on December 2nd, and everything will become winning, because we have come out to meet the world and let them know our stand, that we want our freedom. So we want everyone to understand that the only thing who will stop every complaint you are bringing to the table now, make sure you stand with Biafra government in exile, support our declaration of Biafra on December 2nd. That is only where all our complaint, all our pains, all our sorrows is going to be vanished. If you believe in that, do more to support, do more to stand, do more to try to debunk some lies and tell people the truth. Do more by your voting. Please, do more by your voting. If you don't know how to vote, Massachusetts, if anybody contacted you who need their help, what the person needs to do is, if you cannot do it, send your date of your birth and your full name. Send it to WhatsApp number of Brother Chu, of Massachusetts. Massachusetts, if you reach to my hand, we will help you and vote the person. We will help the person and help him and do the voting, and he will have his name that he has voted. So everything at this time minute is very easy for the voting. We move ahead by supporting Biafra liberation, so we can stop crying. Tears and pains will vanish. We move, no surrender, no retreat until we get to Biafra. We pray that Chukwuka will bless all the Biafrans, protect our leader Mazen Khan, protect Simon Ekpa, protect any of us and our family. Then one information at last, please, what is going on now is that if you enter any bus, close your mouth. Look at the strategy they are using now. They will ask you, this Biafra voting, do you know how to do it inside bus? The next place they will stop you is at checking point and they will pick you away. So if you enter motor, even if somebody you knows very well is discussing about Biafra self-reference, the voting inside bus, please do not say a word. Don't even utter a word. Just be silent, because that person who raised that opinion to you is agent of Nigeria. This is the plan. This is their strategies now. About this Biafra voting. I never vote. Have you voted? One native no. And after the next thing that the motor will stop on the next checking point. They will bring you down. They will take you away. So for your safety is number one, like Wadiala said. Please be conscious of what you said and where you are and those around you. Do not utter a word until you go inside your family house and do whatever I want about Biafra. If it is possible, delete things about Biafra on your phone once in Biafra homeland, because they are searching phone and they do not often in the checking point. That is why we must. That is why the checking point must left our land. So please, my brothers and my sisters, be conscious of your life. Secure yourself by yourself. Heaven only help those who help themselves. May Chukwuka bless all of us. He said.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. I appreciate you. You have been here with me from the beginning of this message till now. We spent almost close to 3 hours. I appreciate you so much, my beloved brother. Thank you for that amazing contribution. You have really done it, and Biafrans appreciate you also. I appreciate every single one of us that is in this platform today. Whatever message you have had today, don't keep it yourself. extend it to others. Extend the message to others. People need to hear these messages. Not only you. Not only you. Don't keep it to yourself. As we are preparing for our convention, everything that we need to do, we have to do. As we are preparing for our convention, we must not leave any stone unturned. We have to do everything that we are supposed to do. Whatever that is in our table that we are supposed to do, we must make sure we do that. So as you get information here, you extend to other people. Remember the instruction that was given by the Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, when he said, if you happen to find yourself in the hand of these terrorists, they kidnap you, make sure you lie low. In the vehicle where they put you, put your head on the ground, lie flat. Make sure your face is not up because your rescue is going to come. Except the Liberation Army is not in that location. If they are there, they are going to come to rescue you. Just make sure you lie down flat in that vehicle. You'll be rescued. These are information that you must keep to heart. And as we are preparing and we are going ahead, wherever you are as a Biafra, I want you to know that Chukwu Okike Abiama is going to do that thing that seems impossible. That thing that seems impossible, Chukwu Okike is about to do it. Wherever you are as a Biafran, continue to pray for our Supreme Leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Continue to pray for our Prime Minister, Mazen Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra. Continue to pray for the Liberation Army. Continue to focus on the rising sun. Freedom is going to come. I pray, may Chukwu Okike guide and protect every one of us. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect the Liberation Army. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect the resistant fighters. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect the strike force, the Black Marine. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect every member of the de facto government in the homeland. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect all our media warriors and their family, all our speakers on various platforms. We pray that Chukwu Okike will protect them. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, wherever he is at this material hour. We pray that Chukwu Okike will give him more wisdom, knowledge, understanding. May Chukwu Okike continue to secure him. May Chukwu Okike continue to empower him. No evil shall befall him. No evil shall befall him. No evil shall befall him. Every trap they set for him, it will catch them. Every pit they dig for him, they will fall into it and he'll be out. It is jump and pass at all time. We pray that Mazi Simon Ekpa will lead us into Biafra. Chukwu Okike have signed it and no man will stop it. We pray for our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We pray that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will pray for good health. We pray for strength. We pray for healing. We pray for revelation. We pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to regain his freedom very soon. No evil shall befall him. No evil shall befall him. Every evil plan against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shall be cancelled. We pray that Chukwu Okike will continue to lead us until we get to that promised land very soon. No weapon formed or fashioned against us as Biafrans shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon, shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shall prosper. Wherever you are, I want you to pay attention, finally, to these important messages before we go. Stay blessed.
Biafra will come. You either allow us to go in peace or you are going to remain pieces and Biafra will still go. I come that Nigeria will end. I come that there will end the Usman Danfodio legacy. That legacy that every time they will be talking about Usman Danfodio, you will think that Usman Danfodio manufactured an aeroplane. You would think that Usman Danfodio manufactured a car or he invented one Ihela machine or something like that. No. Usman Danfodio have a legacy for killing northern Nigeria, for killing Hausas, conquering them and turn them into what you see today, Hausa Fulani. That is the legacy that Usman Danfodio brought to northern Nigeria. And today, they have Usman Danfodio University. That is what they continue that particular legacy. That is the reason why the Fulanis are killing innocent Christians in the northern Nigeria and the middle belt. It is to continue the Usman Danfodio legacy, and I am here to end it. I will end it. The end of Usman Danfodio legacy will start from this year. I am telling you, go and mark it. It will start from December 2nd. Once we exit Nigeria, that legacy is gone, completely gone, because they will not have any other place to conquer. Is it us that you are going to cross our border to come and start saying you want to conquer Biafra? We did not conquer us when we were in Nigeria. It's not going to be possible. After this particular December 2nd, nobody will fight for Biafra again. Biafra will be free. And we are going to hand over freedom to our children, and our unborn generation will enjoy what we have fought and what we are doing today. Do not shake. Do not panic. December 2nd, Biafra freedom will be handed over to us, both in the spirit and in physical.